Options and accessibility settings here or at any time later from the game settings. Accessibility settings.
Hello, everyone. It's the coach. Welcome to EA Sports coverage of the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl from right here in Orlando, Florida. Coming up, the AFC looking to make it 3 in a row as they square off against their rivals from the NFC. I'll be back at halftime, but first, let's get you downtown to Camping World Stadium. Standing by our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, bragging rights on the line in the 46th meeting of the AFC and the NFC in the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl game. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and Charles, it's the Pro Bowl. You never really know what to expect, so I guess I'll ask you, what do you expect?
Well, in recent years, it has turned into an absolute offensive explosion, hasn't it? Games in the 50s are not out of line. What you're hoping is that some of these great defenders have a chance to adjust and react and maybe narrow that down a little bit. But I will say, this game is tilted heavily towards the offense's advantage.
Aldrich Rosas of the Giants has the honors as we get underway in the NFL Pro Bowl. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Time for a check of the starting offensive unit here for the AFC.
It's not often we start a game talking about an offensive lineman, but with Quentin Nelson, I absolutely have to do that. The rookie out of Notre Dame transformed not only an offensive line in 2018, he transformed an offense. In fact, he was the only guard ever named Rookie of the Month, and he did so in October of last year.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The dump-off gets him only one, and now you're looking at a third down. A look at the starters defensively now for the NFC.
Playing in his 11th season in the NFL is defensive back Malcolm Jenkins, who entered with the New Orleans Saints as a cornerback before shifting back to safety, where he's had his best years. Terrific football IQ, tremendous tackler, can also guard receivers in the slot.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 74 yards. And the AFC has taken the early lead. So the AFC, remember, of course, they won the last couple years here in Orlando and off to a good start in this one.
Yeah, how about that? The first touchdown of this game, how many more do we expect to see?
Hopefully a lot. I want offense in this ball game.
I don't think there's any question about it. Rarely do you get defensive struggles in the Pro Bowl.
Myers connects on the PAT. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with an AFC touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Charles, this the 2019 Pro Bowl. The AFC's won both games that have been played here in Orlando since they moved it here. Both have been competitive, 20-13 2 seasons ago, and then last year in 2018 it was 24-23 the final.
Yeah, and 2 years ago, Travis Kelce, Lorenzo Alexander were the game MVPs, offense and defense respectively. And then last year, Delaney Walker of the Titans, their tight end, he won it on offense, and Von Miller of the Broncos won it on defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He gets it to Thomas, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short, and that leads to a 4th down. Well, you know, it's hard for some of these guys to get on the same page because they've only been practicing together for a week, but these two, I think they're pretty familiar.
I would say so, right? You go back to OTAs, mini camps, preseason camp, games, the whole deal. They ought to know each other pretty well, and in an all-star game like this, key situations, you find someone like that who you know will be exactly where you think they're supposed to be.
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. It's caught. Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 17 that time. And the NFC has a 1st down. For Drew Brees, this his 12th Pro Bowl nomination, though he hasn't played all 12 years, but still, what a career and what a season. And to do it at this age, unbelievable.
Not too bad for a guy who turned 40 the week leading up to the NFC Championship game. He keeps himself in such superb physical condition and still loves everything that goes along with football. He may play till he's 60.
Breeze now on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now the leading rusher in the league, Ezekiel Elliott of the Cowboys, his 2nd Pro Bowl. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Breeze. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. Brees going to go on 4th down. Complete to Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Into the red zone, it's Brees. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Brees. Now Brees lost the football, and that's picked up by the AFC. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
He was taken down by Ryan Kerrigan of Washington. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Mahomes gonna throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Khalil Mack providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Brees. He completes it to Jones. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play that time for the NFC. 61 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now the New York Giants star playing in the Pro Bowl as a rookie, Saquon Barkley. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Brees. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Julio Jones there to make the grab. And the NFC just an extra point away from tying up this game. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes now on 1st down. And he gets it to his KC running mate. That's Tyreek Hill. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Throwing now is Mahomes. Well, the NFC pressure a little too much as they get home for the sack. Aaron Donald with a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A first-time Pro Bowler. Here's James Conner of the Steelers. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick, 50 yards that time, with a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Ready, 95-56.
On play action, it's Breeze. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver. And it's 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The final shot before half for Breeze. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. So we're at halftime of the 2019 Pro Bowl with a score tied.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A very tightly contested first half of play in this Pro Bowl, all tied up at the break. And I'll tell you what, this is not the touch football games we saw a few years back. These guys are in it to win it. As we send you back to Camping World Stadium and Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Breeze in the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. We mentioned the history of this game, the Pro Bowl. Of course, for many folks our age, the Pro Bowl always meant a trip to Hawaii. You know, they held it there from 80 till 09, and again for a handful of years in this decade before the last 3 being here in Orlando.
And there's something to be said, no doubt about it, for getting to go to Hawaii. Imagine being named a Pro Bowler and going home and telling your family, we're headed to Hawaii for a vacation. But think about going to Orlando, especially if you've got kids. All the theme parks, all the great things to do, plus not nearly as long a flight no matter where you come from in the United States. I think it's a big deal and a good thing to have it here in Orlando.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. For Patrick Mahomes, what a season he had. First as a full-time starter, and he goes over 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns, and rewarded with his first Pro Bowl.
And think about if you're in Kansas City, the organization, the team, the city, how well are you set up for future years with that youngster as your quarterback? Not only are the guys on the team excited about it, think about free agents, thinking about where they might want to play. If you're a free agent receiver, you're thinking Kansas City. Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelsey. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the AFC has taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Breeze in the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Breeze. Caught by Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, he was so good throwing the football on third down during the regular season. Why wouldn't it carry over here to the Pro Bowl?
Sometimes that's just who you are, right? If you're good at something, as you said, during the regular season, so what if it's with a bunch of guys you're unfamiliar with? It's third down, he finds a way to convert.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Looking deep for Julio. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Brees going to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The numbers for the NFC on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Brees to throw again. He's got Adams on the hookup. And touchdown. Davante Adams, 35 yards. And the NFC just an extra point away from tying up this game. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his RAC, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Mahomes now to throw, and he's got the hook up to Landry. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Ready. Yellow lady.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Myles Garrett of the Browns there to bring him down. Brees, one of the best ever in these situations as he's trying to get his guys set. Now Brees. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Breeze. And Adams has it complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Breeze to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Breeze. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Breeze again. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over, so a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Back to throw, Mahomes. Incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, now I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Now it's counter. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their 2nd as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Now Mahomes. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their 2nd. As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the NFC going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here's Brett Kern now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at the 15. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Yellow waiting.
Breeze now on first down. He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year for the Rams, there on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain. Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
55-56.
First throw of overtime for Breeze. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Jones has it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during the regular season because sometimes teams don't play against each other. And, oh, by the way, no one got hurt. There's the win for everyone. I think the fans enjoyed this one.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.